British police have released part of a security video showing the bomber who triggered that explosion in the hope it can help them track down others who may have been involved.
Investigators released 2 photos of Hasib Hussein, by far the most chilling, taken from security camera footage, his back bent under the weight of high-grade explosives. Police hope it will jog the public's memory and help solve a crucial piece of the investigation puzzle, why his bomb went off an hour later on a bus after the other 3 exploded almost simultaneously on the underground.
Did you see this man at King's Cross? Was he alone or with others?
It's clear something went wrong. The other bombs targeted the rail network's east, west and south lines with precision timing. Police are almost certain Hussein had planned to travel north, but the line was closed. They want to know what the 19-year-old did in the hour after leaving the other 3 bombers at King's Cross Station and whether he received further instructions before he blew himself up on the number 30 bus at Tavistock Square, taking 12 others with him. Witnesses on the bus say they remember seeing Hussein clearly anxious as he fidgeted with something inside his backpack. Investigators say they need more information to determine whether he was trying to dismantle the bomb or detonate it. Also turning up today, this video showing perhaps the most unlikely terrorist of the 4, Mohammed Sadiq Khan. Married with a baby daughter, he worked at this primary school. Parents and staff shocked that a respected member of their community turned out to be such a dangerous man.
He was 100% committed to the school and to the children.
Reports out of the US claim British police cracked a terrorist ring a year ago after learning it had been planning an attack on the London Underground. Khan has now been linked to that gang. It's clear he slipped through the police net. And the 4th bomber has been identified. Lindsay Jamail was in his 30s. He was British but Jamaican born, indicating the recruiters are casting their nets well beyond one community to find the fanatics who will carry out their brutal work. In London, Christine Spiteri, National 9 News.
A week since the atrocity, there were remarkable scenes in London, the city stopping to offer 2 minutes silence as a tribute to the victims.
Not since the Blitz has this bustling city come to such a pause. Now a city united after a week of torment and grief. At noon, 2 minutes silence. City workers filled footpaths, and as Big Ben told, London remembered the 54 who died, the dozens seriously injured. The Queen stood alone at Buckingham Palace. And in the gardens of Number 10, Prime Minister Tony Blair stood shoulder to shoulder with police and the military. Big business, shoppers, tourists, citizens of London stood silent against terrorism. The most profound quiet was at the sites of the bomb attacks. 10 Australians were hurt too critically, and outside Australia House on the Strand, High Commission staff stood silently in honour. Across Europe, solidarity in silence for London. But back in Trafalgar Square, London became one as people gathered for an evening vigil.
But after the strength of silence, the power of people and words, resolutions not to be vulnerable, but strong.
Those who came here to kill last Thursday had many goals, but one was that we should turn on each other like animals trapped in a cage. And they failed. They failed totally and utterly.
But perhaps the strongest message came from the bus driver, whose double-decker was destroyed, breaking his silence 1 week on.
As we stand together in silence, let us send our message to the terrorists. You will not defeat us, and you will not break us.
In London, Michael Usher, National 9 News.
John Howard is likely to